So today we are back with another Shop My Stash video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys all of the makeup I have been using for August. So once again for August, I didn't really have like a really set in stone type of theme that I was going off of. The last month I tried to do a lot of like cream eyeshadow products because those are the type of things that definitely tend to go bad a lot faster and dry up. So I did kind of slightly continue that theme on in this month, but it was a little bit more open-ended, so it wasn't as like hard and fast as far as everything had to be a cream eyeshadow or not. But I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys all of the makeup items that I have used, and for some reason I only have 3 weeks of products here. I think I either skipped a week or got off on my schedule somehow, I'm not sure, but I only have 3 weeks to share with you guys. So starting off with the first week, here is a sneak peek at some of the items. So starting off for my primer, the first item I used is the Aqua base maker. I did use the glow one last month, but I decided to use the pink one as well. So this one just kind of gave a little bit of a slight tint to my skin. I do have really like pinky skin anyway, so I just really am using this to use it up. I don't necessarily like want to look more pink or anything, but definitely whenever I am applying it to my skin, it just gives that slight little bit of color correcting to my skin. Next up for my foundation, I used the A20 Lab foundation. This one's called the Soft Matte Foundation, and mine is in the color L2. This one I believe I got from Shop Miss A for just a few bucks. This one I actually quite like the formula of it. I thought it applied quite nicely. However, this one almost was a little bit more olive toned as far as like the actual foundation itself. I'm not an olive tone girl at all, so I did kind of have to adjust the color slightly with like little mix-in drops, but on its own, I mean, I can make it work, but it's definitely not the perfect shade for me, but it definitely did get the job done. I also really like that it is one of those like vacuum pump kind of packaging, so it's gonna squeeze like every last drop out of there, which I always can appreciate. For my concealer, I once again am using the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. Overall, this one was okay. It's not my favorite. I don't even know if they sell this anymore or not, but it got the job done. The only thing I didn't like is that it was a little bit on the thicker kind of side, so I definitely had to apply it thinner so it wouldn't look too cakey. And this is definitely one I have to set with a powder. So speaking of the powder that I used, this is really old, but it still works just fine. This one is the Maybelline Mineral Power Natural Perfecting Powder Foundation. So it's technically a powder foundation, but I just use it as an under eye setting powder. I like to use it with my little flower nose sponges, and it works perfect for that. There's really not much to say. I do have quite a lot in here, so it'll last me a long time, but it definitely worked just well. It had a nice, really matte, fine kind of texture to it. Then for my contour and blush, I used a combo product. This was actually from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, or Jaclyn Cosmetics, and this is one of her bronze and blushing duos. I believe I got this from like a TJ Maxx, and I just kind of picked it up because I was like, I just want to try it out. This one is in Lilac Love and Top Tan. One thing I have to say is like there is a lot of packaging to this. Like this is thick. This is like a lot more packaging than I think is really necessary for this product. And then these are the two products in here. There's the blush and the bronzer. They do have a very light kind of sheer texture to them, and they remind me of like a baked kind of formula. I do have to say that this is an extremely sheer bronzer on me. It is so subtle. I really feel like I had to like really build it up to get it to show on my skin. So this one I would think would be really good for like an extremely fair skin tone. If you find like everything is too dark for you, this is probably gonna work just fine for you. However, Jaclyn Cosmetics is no longer around, so it just depends on whether you already have this or not. And then the blush, I thought the blush was a little bit better. It was a little bit more like I could see it on my skin, but I definitely did have to build it up quite a bit. I do like the mirror in here. It's got a really nice large usable mirror, so that's great. But overall, I just feel like the packaging of this is so incredibly bulky. It's not my favorite. I'll continue to use it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Not that you can get it anywhere now anyway. For my highlighter, I used the e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip. I'm still trying to use this one up. I did actually kind of mix this one into my foundation a bit to kind of, number one, it lightened it just a little bit and then gave it a little bit more of like a soft glow kind of vibe to it. I don't really love this on its own, but I am making it work. So Don't even ask me how old this is. I'm not answering. Then for my eyebrow product, I'm still using the Mystery Silver Eyebrow Pencil. I think it's Physicians Formula. This one is so not the right color, and this one just, it's too warm. It makes my eyebrows look really reddish. I keep saying like I'm almost done with it, and it's so amazing at how long it's lasted. There's honestly the tiniest bit of it left, but I could still get maybe like another week's use out of this one, so maybe the next cycle will finally finish this one off, but I don't really love the color, and especially now that my hair is more, my roots are finally done, it'll definitely be super noticeable, so I don't know about that one. Next up for my eyeshadow primer, once again, we are back to the Luscious Angel whatever eyeshadow primer. I feel like I'm never gonna run out of this. There's just so much still in here, so one day I will finish this one up. For my eyeshadow products, I actually picked several different ones. I kind of picked more than I would typically need because I knew that some of these products might not be usable. So starting off with the first one here, this was a Colourpop cream gel color in the color Get Paid. This one is such a pretty color, but unfortunately it has dried up. So this one is definitely going to have to go to my makeup graveyard, which makes me so sad. But unfortunately, that is the mistake that I made at buying a lot of cream and liquid type of eyeshadow products, so I'm just kind of trying to root them all out of my collection now, see what's usable, what's not, and just kind of go from there. The next one I have is another liquid eyeshadow. This one was also from Shop Miss A. This one's called Glow, and it's number 5002. This one's kind of like a really pretty like greenish gunmetal-y kind of color. This one is kind of on the edge of being dried up, but it still could be a little bit useful. So this is one I'm probably gonna like try to put back into the rotation, see if I can get some more use out of it before it completely dries up. Luckily though, these were only like $1 or $2, so I'm not like heartbroken, but I do want to try to be more mindful of that in the future to not buy as many cream products that tend to dry out quicker. Then I also have the Stila Little White Lies liquid eyeshadow. This one is in the color Fuchsia Fiction. There was a time where I was obsessed with these. This one is really, really pretty. It's actually still going pretty good. I do need to prioritize this though, because I love these so much. I don't want them to dry up, but this one's like a really pretty like pink to purpley kind of bluey reflect. It looks really nice applied over other shadows too, so that is another one I really enjoyed. Then for a cream shadow, this one is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On in the color Sin. This one's still going pretty good. I can use this one for a while. I find that the pencils don't tend to dry up as quickly, but this one's just a really beautiful kind of like champagne-y kind of color. Wear it anytime and it really works with anything. And then I did decide to use one single shadow. This one's Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy. This one is another one of those really pretty kind of like scattered kind of sparkly shadows. This one's really pretty. It's almost like a satin with glitter chunks in it. It is just such a really pretty color, and I love that one as well. Then for my eyeliner, I had a funky color one. I just thought it'd be fun to kind of like switch things up. This is the Ulta gel eyeliner in the color Aqua. This one's really pretty. I kind of just use this sparingly, kind of like on the outer corners, and then like smudge it out, but it's a very beautiful, like super bright tealy blue, and I just love using those every once in a while. For my liquid liner, we're back to the Bella Pierre liquid liner. I hate this one. It's terrible. Whenever I remove it, it all just comes off in like little balls and clumps. I don't enjoy that one at all. I'm kind of at the point where I just want to throw it away and be done with it, but I hate wasting things. Then for my lip combo, I am back to using my NYX lip liner in the color Nude Pink. Love this one so much. I'm a big fan of NYX's lip liners. Then I used the Colored Rain lipstick. This one is in the color Charmed. This one is a really pretty, like kind of like My Lips but better kind of pinky color. I actually kind of want to put some of it on right now. It's just a little pinker than what I'm wearing right now, but I just love that color. It's quite nice and definitely a very wearable color for me. And then just because I wanted to, this is the NARS Lip Balm. I think I got this as like a Sephora birthday gift. I cannot read the label at all. I have no idea what it is. It's basically kind of just like a little lip butter. So I kind of put that on to kind of like tone down the pink just a little bit, but it also adds just a little bit more moisture to the lips. And then finally for my setting spray, we were back to the, I think it's the Etude House. Yeah, Etude House Glow On setting spray. I like this one a lot for kind of like just melding all the powders together. I don't really know if it actually makes my makeup last longer, but it feels nice on the skin, so I like using it. All right, and moving on to week number 2, here is a sneak peek of this one. I'm gonna have to get through this pretty quick before my camera dies. So next up for my primer for this week, I used the Face Shop Air Cotton Makeup Base. This one was a tinted primer. It has a mint color to it. I like it when I kind of have more redness to my skin. It definitely kind of cancels it out a bit, but I don't have excessive redness, so I'm just kind of using this one to use it up. It's not really something I would ever buy again. And for some reason a long time ago I had an obsession with buying like color correcting primers when I didn't really necessarily need the color correction, so I'm just really using this one up to use it. For my foundation, I did not really care for this one. This is the Pew Air Fit Nude Foundation Moisture. I used to really like it, but I think the texture of it kind of changed. It's kind of thickened up now. It's another one of those products that like it has no business really being in a dropper bottle, so I'm using this to use it up. I just didn't love how it looked on my skin though. I kind of think the texture of it changed a bit. Then for my concealer, I use the AOA Studio Concealer. This one is in it's just in Porcelain. This one, I had the weirdest like experience with this. I had put it on my finger like this and was going to apply it to my under eyes. I just use like my finger sometimes. But the weirdest thing is like when I rub it together, it's like the product immediately separates and I don't know what the deal is. So that's definitely really weird. Like it just sinks into the crevices of my fingers, but it just separates in a really weird way. So I don't know what's going on with that, but definitely I used to like it and now it's kind of being weird. So I don't know what that whole thing is. Then for my powder, I am using the Girlacktic Luminous face powder in the color Fair. I just really use this just to set my under eyes. It does have a slight sheen to it, but overall it just gets the job done. It's nice to like use a big fluffy brush to put all over just to kind of like set the foundation, but I don't really have any strong opinions on this one. I think I got this in like one of my last BoxyCharms at the end of last year. Then for my contour and blush, I once again picked another duo product. This is the e.l.f. Contouring Blush in the color Antigua. This one I actually really liked, but it is a little bit more of like a cool poppy kind of pink, like a little bubblegum. And then there is the bronzer here. The bronzer is really, really pigmented, so I definitely have to use a very light hand with this one, but I do still really love this product and you'll never pry it from my cold dead hands. Then for my highlighter, this is a product that I didn't like, then I liked, and now I think I'm back to like not liking it, but this was the e.l.f. Jelly Highlighter. This one's in the color Bubbly, and this one is just so weird. It's kind of like a silly putty texture, and at first I hated it, and then I started using it and I liked it more, but it is kind of starting to not dry up, but it's getting there. So it's another one of those products that I kind of want to like prioritize using it because it is very, very pretty, but it's also one of those products that seems like it almost dries instantly. So I like to use my finger to apply it like to my cheekbone, but you have to apply it immediately and blend it out. Like if you were to put it on there and be like, oh, where's my brush? Let me find my brush, and then like blend it in. No, too late. It's already set and it's already like immovable. So I definitely have a love-hate relationship with this one. I'm kind of more towards the hate again, but I do still want to try to like use it and make it usable for me. For my brows, I used the iconic London Brow Cushion. This is one of those products that I feel like no matter how long I've had it, like it seems like it just won't end. Like I can still make use of it and it hasn't completely dried out. So I am still working on that one. For my eyeshadow primer, once again, I use the Urban Decay Sin Eyeshadow Primer. It's the kind of like shimmery champagne one, and I've found out that like even if I just want to do like a more neutral kind of like matte look, you can still get away with using this. It's not super noticeable. For my eye products, once again, I picked several different ones. So the first one I have here, this one I really like. This is the e.l.f. Duochrome one. They brought these back, they took them away, they brought them back, I don't know. So if you can find these, cool. It's the Duochrome Liquid Shadow, and this one is in the color, I think it's Mermazing. This one's just really, really pretty. I love the like plummy to green to blue shift. It's so pretty, and this is another one of those things I want to really prioritize using so I don't like let it go bad. This is another cream eyeshadow. I think I got this from Shop Miss A. This one just says Prism Cream Eyeshadow, and this is like the gold color. This one, I think it yeah, it's dried up. And I hate that because you actually get a lot of product in here, and it was super inexpensive, and when it was like brand new I remember really liking it, but unfortunately this one is also going to have to go to my makeup graveyard. Next up I have another one of the Kiko Milano cream shadows. This one is in the color, it's a Stylish Taupe. I do not think that's the color name. I had some of these that were mislabeled. This one's more of like a bright copper gold kind of color. This one actually is still going pretty strong, so once again it's another like, I need to prioritize this color because I really like these shadows and I don't want them to get like all dried up. So this one's a really pretty color though. I love it. It's kind of like one of those colors you could just put all over the lid and just do like a one and done kind of eyeshadow look. And it has really good staying power too, so it's definitely one of those ones I'm like trying to like not let myself forget about. I kind of want to like for the rest of the year just do like cream shadows only. That way I can really prioritize them. It's something I'm thinking about, but also I don't like boxing myself in. Next up I have another pencil. This one is the e.l.f. Melt Mint eyeshadow stick. This one's really pretty, but I do find that like the color isn't very noticeable on me. It's this like really pretty mint color, but I feel like you really do have to build it up quite a bit to get it to show up, but it does make a really nice base if you use a matching eyeshadow on top of it. So I did use that one just a little bit. I think I used it maybe once or twice during the week that I was using this product. And I think since it has a little bit more of a sticky texture, it really does lean better to being a base rather than like a standalone eyeshadow product. And then I also picked another Urban Decay single shadow. This one's in the color Free Love. This one is a really gorgeous kind of orangey coppery reflexy color. I love these. So that was the single shadow for the week. For my eyeliner, I picked another bright fun one. This was the Ulta gel eyeliner in the color Starry Night. This is another really pretty like royal blue kind of color, like just gorgeous. These are so good. I don't even know if they sell them anymore, but the ones that I've had for forever are still amazing. Then for my eyeliner, I used the She Glam double-ended one. This one has like the wing stamp. I don't ever use that though because I just find it, I don't know, I just don't love how it looks. I think it's maybe good for beginners if you're really bad at doing wings, but honestly I just think like building that skill is just worth doing. And it's like kind of where like it swatches good, but when I try to use it on my eyes, it's like it doesn't like glide on very well anymore. So it's kind of one of those products I'm still trying to make use, but I think it is a little bit towards the end of its life. Then for my lip combo for the week, we have the She Glam Willy Wonka lip liner. This one was in the color Hot Fudge. It's definitely a little bit more brown, but I typically like to pair it with something a little bit pinker to make it work. So I used another one of the Colored Rain lipsticks. This one's in the color Cameo. This one's definitely a little bit more of like a mauve kind of brown, but I made it work. I don't typically wear these dark colors, but sometimes I'll have a feeling for them. Then I used the Sol de Janeiro Lip Balm. This one is in the color Soulmate. This one's just kind of like, unfortunately I did smash it into the cap, which like made me so sad. This one smells really good, but it's one of those scents that like you will be smelling it all day. Like it kind of smells like Play-Doh meets like caramel. And when I was wearing this one day, I was like, what am I smelling? I keep smelling something. And then I finally put two and two together. It was this lip product I was smelling all day. And then once again, we have the AOA Flawless Primer Spray. I still hate this. I'm still trying to use it, but it drives me insane. The sprayer on this one is horrible. I'm hoping I will use up one of the other ones so I can like decant this into a different sprayer because it's just terrible. All right, and finally we have the third week that I will be showing for you guys. Like I said, I don't know what happened, if I missed a week or got off or something, I don't know, but I have 3 weeks to show you guys. So for my primer, once again, I used another green primer. This one was from Perry Para. This one was the Doll Doll Factory No. 5 Mint Tone Up. Pretty much the same thoughts. This one's a little bit of a thinner one, but overall, I don't really think I need that much of a green primer, but I'm just using it to use it. For my foundation, this one is the AOA Air Cream Foundation. I actually really like this when I first got it. However, I do think it's kind of drying out a bit. This one is an L2, which I think is a good color. It is a little bit on the yellow side for me, but I did really like this one. And this is definitely one of those foundations that has a lot more coverage than you would expect, especially for it being more of like a balmy kind of texture foundation. But this one actually worked pretty well with either applying it straight from the sponge or using a brush. But this one I liked. I just wish the color was a little bit better for me. For my concealer, I once again used the Glamouflage concealer. I really like this one. It's very full coverage, but you absolutely must set it. And for my powder, I used once again the e.l.f. Soft Radiance or Soft Luminance setting powder. I really do like this one. However, this one, the packaging of it makes it so messy, so I don't like this particular one, but I think I have another one where the packaging is slightly different. For my bronzer, blush, and highlighter, I used another one of my Amuse little palettes. This one I actually quite liked. I think that the pigmentation was actually pretty good for this, so I mainly use this one for my bronzer. I kind of mixed these two for my blush, and then I used that one for my highlighter. Overall, I actually quite like this one. I think I got it from Shop Missy for a few bucks. Sometimes these really cheap brands kind of surprise me and they work out pretty well, so I actually quite enjoyed that one. For my eyeshadow primer, once again, I use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. Once again, for my eyeshadows, I have a whole bunch of options here. I have the LA Colors Jumbo Eye Pencil Crayon. This one is in the color Desert Sun. It's kind of like an olivey gold. I really like that one. That one worked pretty well. Then I have another one I need to add to the Graveyard. This is the Benefit RSVP Cream Shadow. This one unfortunately dried up, so that one's gonna have to go. I have another one of the Glow Liquid Shadows. This one is in the color Litmus. This one is on the dried up side. I was able to make it work just a little bit. It's kind of like a blue steely cobalt kind of color, but this one is pretty much on its last leg, unfortunately. And this one was definitely on its last leg. This is the Lime Crime Diamond Crushers. I think this was actually like supposed to be like a lip product, but I would use it as an eyeshadow, like glitter, but it like comes out like powder now, and it was definitely a liquid before. It's still very pretty, so maybe it's something I can like mix with a mixing medium, but like I can look in here and it's like little crumbles in here now, so I'm trying to figure out what to do with that. And then for my single shadow, I have the Urban Decay shadow in the color Mary Jane. This is a gorgeous blue steel silvery kind of color. Love this one so much. Then for my eyeliner, another Ulta gel liner. This one was in the color Olive Green. Another really pretty like subtle one. Like on your eyes, it kind of looks kind of just like a black, but when you smudge it out, it just kind of gives you a little bit of that different kind of color. So that one is another really pretty one. Of course, I am still using the Tower 28 mascara. I don't really love this one. I am trying to work through it, but I know a lot of people really like this one. I just don't really love it that much, to be honest. I'm really bored of it, but I'm trying to use it all up. Once again, I'm using the She Glam We Are All Stars Marilyn Monroe eyeliner. I've talked about this one several times. I just wish the brush was a little bit different, but overall that one's been getting me through. Then for my lip combo, we have the e.l.f. Fill Frontal Lip Liner from the Jennifer Coolidge collection. Then I topped that with the AOA Studio Buttery Blur Creamy Lipstick. This one's in the color Caramel. I actually really like this one. It's a little bit on the browner side, but it's so comfortable on my lips as well. And then finally I have the NYX Butter Gloss in the color Eclair. I have had this one for so long, but I'm still using it. I really like it. I have so many lip products on at the moment, but I always like to top this one off just because since it is a little bit more on the pink side, it kind of like makes it a little bit more wearable, not too brown for me. And finally, I have the Tony Moly Pocket Bunny Sleek Mist Spray. I really enjoy this one as well, and I think it's super duper cute. Good news, you guys, I found the other week that I was missing. I had put it somewhere else. I don't know why I put it there, but I found it, so I'm gonna show you guys this one. This was actually the very first week of August. Starting off for my primer, this is the She Glam Birthday Skin Primer. I hate this one. This one is like putting putty spackle on my face, and it has like a super white gritty texture. I do not like this one at all. I'm trying to like find a way to make it work for me, but I really don't like this one, and it leaves like a really ashy cast to the skin, so I don't know who likes that one, but I definitely don't like it. For my foundation, I used the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This one's in the Rose Ivory color. I really like this color, but this one definitely does have a very strong kind of like paint smell to it, so you kind of just got to get over that if you want to use this one. But I do like that it has a little paddle in there, so you can kind of scrape it out of the bottle a little bit better. So overall, I did like this one. It's a little bit more of like that Really thin texture, but it has a lot of coverage to it. So that one is a pretty good one, and color-wise, this one's pretty good as well. For my concealer, I used the She Glam Bright Eyes Concealer. This one was the pink pearl one. This one I actually really like for my under eyes to cover any like discoloration, but I definitely think this is one of those ones you have to use just a tiny bit of it. If you apply too much, it'll just make a mess, and it's really not good. So use this one very sparingly, but I do really like the color tone of it. It's just perfect for covering up that darkness. For my powder, I used the She Glam Hydro Touch Refreshing Setting Powder. This one has a slight pink tone to it, so I actually kind of like that one. And this one has such an interesting texture to it. Like when you apply it, it feels like you're putting like a damp sponge on your face. Like it really does feel cooling and like wet. It's such a unique feeling. It's very cool. So that one's really good for like the summer times. For my bronzer, I used an oldie but a goodie. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in Bikini Contest. This one is massive. I have definitely gone through like a few of these before, like way back in the day, but this one still is going strong. I haven't even hit pan on it. This one I think definitely gives you a little bit more of like a warm bronzy kind of color, especially since it does have a little bit more of that orange tone to it, but it's still one that I really enjoy. For my blush, this is really old. This one is the Sephora Pantone Universe Cream Blush in the color Radiant Orchid. This is one I feel like I can use this forever. It's definitely a little bit more of a cool toned kind of blush, which I have since recently discovered I prefer warm tone blushes. I feel like they just look better on my skin, but this is still a really pretty color. So, and I'm surprised this one hasn't dried up for as old as it is. Then for my highlighter, I use the She Glam Chroma Glow Bloom Highlighter in Flying Comet. This one's really pretty, but it does have like a pink kind of green shifty reflex to it. So I definitely think it works a little bit more if you're wanting to do like an kind of out there makeup look, because it does kind of go like pink to green. It's interesting. I think you can definitely like make it work, but it is a little bit more on the out there side. For my brows, I am once again using the Etude House Drawing Brow Eyebrow Pencil in the color Ash Brown, I think. Is that what it's called? Either way, I really like this one. Still going strong. For my eye primer, I used the Proof 10 Eyeshadow Primer from Etude House. I don't really like this one, but I'm just using it to use it up. Then I once again have all of my eyeshadow products. So starting off this first one here, another one of the Urban Decay pencils. This one, the actual whole pencil has like fallen out, and I don't know what to do with it. So it might be one that just has to get tossed, unfortunately, or added to the makeup graveyard. So I'm really kind of bummed on that one because it was a really pretty like bronzy brown kind of color, which I love. So unfortunately, I think that one has just met its match. Another one of the Prism Cream eyeshadows. This was the silver one. Unfortunately, this one is pretty dried up. Like it's pretty dried up. I can get a little bit out of here, but it just kind of like looks really crusty. Like if you work it in, you can like get it to work, but you really got to like rub it in. So I'm really sad that like I didn't get to use these as much because they were so pretty when I first got them. Unfortunately, another liquid shadow that dried up. This one was like probably the first ones that I got that I fell in love with. This was the Peri Para Sugar Twinkle ones, and this one was in the color number 3. This one is kind of similar to that lime crime one. It's like pretty much just like crumbly sparkles now. So once again, unfortunately, that one, it was so gorgeous. I loved the color, but it's like all dried up now. It's just like a dried eyeshadow. It's like a loose shadow now almost. And then this is the only, no, not the only, this is the only Charlotte Tilbury product I have purchased. This one is the Eyes to Mesmerize in the color Oyster Pearl. I love the color of it. I hate the formula of it. For some reason, for the longest time, I was using this and I love how it looks on my lid and it's so pretty, but it would build up on my contact lenses and my eyes would start to blur throughout the day, and I couldn't figure out what was going on until I finally put 2 and 2 together. I had been using that for like a month and I'm like, why are my contact lenses not getting clean in the solution, you know? And my eyes would like blur and unfocus, and it was very like irritating and like migraine inducing. And I finally put 2 and 2 together. It was from this product. I know it's so strange, but like my eyes kind of water throughout the day. Something about this product was like getting into my eyes and like clogging, not clogging, but like blurring up my contact lenses. So I just don't know what to do with this because it's not a cheap product. It was like 30 something bucks. I like it. It's a pretty one, but I don't know. I have to figure out something to like make it not do that to my contact lenses because it was getting very, very annoying. Another Ulta gel eyeliner. This one's in the color Peacock. This one is so pretty. This one is like just as you would expect. It's like a teal green blue kind of color and it's very, very pretty. Another liquid liner I'm not a big fan of. This is the LA Color liquid liner, just a cheap one that I got off a whim and needed in the moment, but I don't really like this one. I'm still just using it to use it up. I have another Urban Decay single shadow. This one was called Maui Wowie. This is a really pretty color. It's kind of like an olivey silvery taupe kind of color. So this one is very gorgeous and I love using single shadows. I just haven't been prioritizing them much lately because I have so many cream shadows. I'm like trying to use them together and stuff. So I think I might do more like shadows and creams together that I think will work really well. And then finally for the lip combo, we have the e.l.f. Creamy Cream Glide Lip Liner. I don't remember the color. They don't put the color on here, but it's a really pretty one. Then I used the Essence lipstick in the color Freaky. This one is a really pretty color and I really like the formula of this as well. And these are like, I don't know, $2 or $3. These are so good. Don't sleep on those lipsticks. They are very good. And then I used the Skin Food Lip Mousse. I used to love this one back in the day. It's a really pretty like grapefruit color and I love that one. So I definitely use that one to kind of bring a little bit more pink to the look. And finally for my setting spray, I used the Beauty Creations Barbie Malibu Way Hydrating Face Mist. I love this one so much. I kind of just want to use this one like all the time. It's so nice. This is the first like aerosol makeup mist I have ever used and it's so good. It kind of has like a cucumbery kind of scent to it. I love it. I just want to use this one all the time, but unfortunately I'm trying to work through other products as well. Alright guys, so that is it for all of the products that I used throughout August. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my stash that I have been using. I always love the beginning of a new month because I make all of my weekly product selections all at one time and I do that at the beginning of the month. So that is what I'm going to be doing right after this video. Once again though, I don't really have any like super defined themes that I'm trying to do, but I do think I will continue with trying to use up a lot of the cream shadows in my collection because I have a lot and I just don't want them to dry up and I know that's all my fault and all on me, so I might try to kind of continue that for the rest of the year just to try to use up as much as I can. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on social media. Links are below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.